Hi, folks. I briefly want to go over how we write our short responses to our prompts that are tied to the fables or other short stories. And so, before you even begin reading the short story or the fable, you need to begin by reading the prompt because this gives you a good idea of what you need to be paying attention to when you're reading and thinking of the quotes that could support your answers. So, I begin by reading what adjective best describes the hair. Use a direct quote from the text to support your answer. Then explain how this quote supports your claim. Notice here that my prompt is different from the prompt that you guys are answering. Mine is about the hare, yours is about the tortoise. So please don't copy and paste because you will not get it correct, okay? So I then start reading my short story. I am forming my opinion of an adjective that best describes the hair, and I look for a direct quote that supports that opinion. I know who wins the race, so I feel pretty confident in starting to write my prompt. But before I even do that, I need to reread it. That way, I know I'm answering all parts of it. So I reread, I look at it, and I know that I have to answer three different things, or I have to write three different sentences. So my first part that I need to write, my first sentence is going to focus on what adjective best describes the hair. My second sentence is going to be using a direct quote from the text to support my answer. My third sentence is going to be an explanation of how the quote supports my claim. So I feel pretty confident. I'm going to show you guys how I wrote my three-sentence response. So in the short fable, The Hare and the Tortoise, the best adjective to describe the hare is lazy. So right here, I clearly state what kind of story this is. This is a great way to always introduce a response. So after that, I include the title of my story. Notice that I put it in quotes because it's a short piece of work. And I capitalize all the important words and I don't capitalize the unimportant words. And then I answer the prompt. What adjective best describes the hair? So I clearly state the best adjective to describe the hair is lazy. Then I say, for my second part, to move on to my second sentence I have to be answering, I say, the author writes, he lay down beside the course to take a nap until the tortoise could catch up. Aesop. So here I introduce the quote by saying who wrote it, the author wrote it, and then I write my quote. Notice here that I also cite my quote. I say who the author is because I don't clearly say it earlier, so I include Aesop so I can avoid plagiarism. So after writing this second sentence, I've answered the second part using a direct quote to support my answer. And now I'm ready to move on to my third sentence, explaining how the quote supports my claim. So I write, this quote shows that the hare is lazy because he does not want to work hard and win the race as quickly as he really could. Notice here that I tie it back to my claim that the hare is lazy from earlier, but now I also tie in my quote because he does not want to work hard and win the race as quickly as he could. This ties back to the idea of the hare taking a nap in the middle of the race. So I now have my three sentences. I feel pretty confident that I've answered all three parts of the prompt. So I feel ready that you guys can do this by yourself. And our secret word for today is the word cite, because you need to be citing the author for your quote.